So not only today did I get wet, but I'm also going to show you how Triptych images can sell. Greetings all. Today let's talk a little bit of selling images, and the reason I want to go over this is because a lot of photographers want to sell their work and they get very, very disheartened. I'm going to let you into a bit of a secret, and that is you can ask a lot of professional photographers how many sales they make. Not as many as you think. So if I was to say that you're probably looking at a sale a month, that's good. And this is why a lot of people tend to use or create images and they put them for stock footage. Now this is good because it increases the chance of getting your sale, but the only downside to this is you get very, very little for the image that you've taken. So unless you're constantly uploading images, which takes a lot of time because you've got to tag it, and it takes a lot of time. I do this as well, but the thing is, for the amount that you put in and the returns that you get is not as much as you think it is. So it's a constant thing of constantly uploading, removing images, seeing which one sells, seeing which one don't. It's a ball ache, but you do get returns, a lot of returns from it, just very little. A lot of photographers as well like to sell their images privately, which I do both, stock footage and I sell private. So yes, you get more for your images, but you've got less chance of selling it. And this is where you need to try to increase your chances of selling. So I'm going to give a bit of an example of increasing your chances. So let's just say, nice photograph of, say, Ayrton Senna, just a name that's just coming to my head. We all know who he is, and he was a fantastic Formula One driver. But say you've got a photograph of Ayrton Senna. The photograph's only going to appeal to somebody who likes Ayrton Senna. But if you were to take a photograph of an F1 car, you broadened your sale possibilities, because not only are people who like Ayrton Senna, being F1, are going to like the image, but also people, so you've literally increased your chances. So this is one thing that you need to look for when you're doing your photography. You need to look at what is going to sell and to what range you're going to be able to sell to. So here in Swanage, a lot of people tend to photograph the pier. But the thing is that many people photograph that pier, you're not going to sell it. Purely because it's one of those things that people will just take themselves. So for me, yeah, I won't photograph it. Yeah, I mean, I have done, but I won't photograph it. And it's for that reason, it's because you're not going to sell it. So if I'm looking for something to sell, you've got to look differently at what and how you're going to sell. So today I am doing triptych images. And basically what this is 3 images in one. But it's not just taking 3 random images and putting it together. You've got to go one step further. So what we're going to do, we'll get to location and then we'll go over of how it works. Today I'm not so cold, it's not so windy, and the sea's a little bit calmer, which has made it a little bit more tricky because when you're doing the long exposure I'm trying to ghost out the water, but I think it still worked. Joe, I actually finished shooting about 20 minutes ago. This is just beautiful. Such a lovely morning. But I've got another location to go to take 3 more. Oh, so you got a wet bum now, sat on a wet rock. Right. I think I've made my choice of which bronze I'm going to do. Okay, so there we go, guys. You've seen the first one. The rock one is coming right at the very end. But I just want to sort of go into a bit about the editing side of this. The process itself is really, really simple, and there's not much more to your normal post-processing than to create this. So, I mean, all you would actually use would be any paint program would do. But as you know, I mean, I use Lightroom and Photoshop for all of my work, so I'm just going to refer to those. So obviously the first thing you're going to need to do is obviously each image you would process the same way that you normally would do. And then obviously you would load them into Photoshop. You would crop them to the size that you needed. And before anybody moans at me, I know the center image on triptychs are supposed to be larger than the two outside, but it's not compulsory. You just then create a larger frame or canvas. You'd put your three images on, and that's it, job done. All I've added actually onto these is a shadow on the bottom of each of the actual images, and that just helps to bring them out that little bit more. So just imagine that in a frame, and it would just help it to stand out. And yes, it's literally just that simple. And the thing is, this would sell a little bit more than just a single image. So it's something that I'm going to be concentrating on quite a bit from now on, because it's something that I'm quite comfortable with in doing. And I've actually been working on this with a friend of mine, and he's gone more to the abstract of the triptychs, which look amazing, which I'm going to do a few of those myself as well, I think. But anyway, enough of the waffling on, because I need another cup of tea, because this one's gone cold. So so as always, guys, I hope you found this informative, and I hope it's going to be something you're going to have a go at, because it's the results are just amazing. So the last one's coming, and I hope you like it, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.